called the thermal coal tariff that Christy Clark is proposing reckless. And I want to know, would you advocate for this industry given the impact on GHGs?
I think the issue with Ms. Clark's behavior over the past 10 days is that she's been Premier for 6 years. If she was concerned about thermal coal, she had more than ample opportunity to raise the question with the federal government, who have ultimate jurisdiction over our ports. If she was concerned about softwood lumber, she would have done something about that a year and a half ago when the deal expired, or even 6 months ago when the one-year standstill expired. It strikes me that the softwood lumber question is fundamental to our economy. It's fundamental to rural British Columbia particularly. And we've seen other premiers from Alberta and Saskatchewan, for example, since the Trump administration has been sworn in, they've gone to Washington and advocated for industries that are under duress as a result of the change in administration, but particularly in British Columbia. 50% of the softwood trade between Canada and the US comes from BC. It's a pivotal issue, and rather than be responsible about how we address this question, she's making stuff up on the fly, and I think that that's irresponsible.
But would you actually support?
I believe on May 10th, whoever wins the election is going to have a very strong hand to play in discussions with the United States, and we should be focused on the issue, which is softwood lumber.
Coal is the dirtiest form of, dirtiest electricity producing product out there, and everybody agrees that it's not, that we shouldn't be producing electricity through coal. So in Canada, we're moving away from that. Increasingly, provinces are. So why are we shipping it out to Asia? So that, it's not like we don't share that air. Something that's the right thing to do. It's something that I have wanted to do for a long time. I remember when Jay Inslee got elected as the governor of Washington State, the first conversation that we had was, will you ban coal movement from British Columbia? The reason it's important to the Americans is that California, Oregon, and Washington State are all working to choke off the exit points for American thermal coal. They're doing that because they care about the environment. Now, they don't have the powers that we do to be able to do that, and they certainly don't have a cooperative national government in that. What, his point to me was, look, all this American thermal coal that we're trying to stop moving to Asia is finding its way in growing quantities out of British Columbia. My response to Jay Inslee at the time was, I sure would like to do it, but I don't want to throw a wrench into the softwood lumber agreement deal that's coming up for renegotiation. Well, when the softwood, when the Americans slapped a 20% duty on our softwood lumber, that freed my hand to make sure that we were going to do something that I thought was the right thing to do.